It almost feels strange.
It feels...
It feels like a drink that you just need to suck deliciously deep.
It feels like when you get in the shower and you were a little ambitious and it's a little colder than you thought it was, but it still feels nice.
Yeah. I'm not a cold shower guy. I tried. Have you tried that?
I don't take cold showers, but I do turn it all the way to cold at the end of mine.
Really?
Pretty much daily, yeah.
Really?
I have a hard time waking up.
I tried to do the ice bath thing. I'm just not a cold guy.
No. There's that one, that like Wim Hof breathing guy. He's like, oh, I love the cold. No, actually, he hates the cold. But no, at the end of I'm not the guy who sits there and showers all the day, all the time cold. But to wake me up, like I'll take the shower every morning.
Yeah, I meant like,
and then I'll just turn it all the way, and then I'll just sit there and just like I'm the fucking, like I'm, bracing for a punch.
That's fair, because I try to be like the ice bath guy, but I can't do fucking cold like that.
Also, social media ruined that shit, man. People actually just tried to do things.
No, dude, you gotta. Okay, so Mark Wahlberg is notorious for having like crazy his like routine.
Yeah.
So he dropped like an updated one because obviously before that it was already a crazy schedule. He made it crazier.
He also said he prayed for like an hour, and I don't know what you pray about for an hour.
Okay, so he updated his routine. Okay, this is Mark Wahlberg's routine. So now, all right, and he posted this himself. 2:30 a.m. wake up.
Why?
2:45 a.m. prayer time. 3:15 a.m. breakfast. 3:40 to 5:15 a.m. workout. 5:30 a.m. post-workout meal, 6 a.m. shower, 7:30 a.m. golf, 8 a.m. snack, 9:30 a.m. crowd chamber recovery, 10:30 a.m. snack, 11 a.m. family time meetings, work calls, 1 p.m. lunch, 2 p.m. meetings, work calls, 3 p.m. pick up kids from school, 3:30 p.m. snack, 4 p.m. workout number 2, 5 p.m. shower, 5:30 dinner/family time, 7:30 bed.
Why?
To get more time and get more things done. I don't know.
Well, it's like that one guy said he actually has like
change and manipulated time. I now get what is it? I now get 14 days in a work week. I have changed and manipulated time. One day is 6 a.m. to 12 a.m. or 12 p.m.
If you guys don't know what we're talking about,
12 p.m. to 8 p.m. That's day 2. Kick it over a year. I'm going to kick your butt.
That had to be a joke.
He's not fucking kidding. That's why it's ridiculous.
There is like a plethora of fucking just like this. Can you even put a word to it? There needs to be a word to describe.
No, it's okay.
People.
There is nowadays. There is literally almost like a social, like not I would say norm, but a social desire just to tell people that you have such a routine.
Yeah.
So then other people are like, wow, that's crazy. No one gives a fuck.
Nobody
cares.
And you know what?
If you're running at 4 a.m., nobody cares. If you're waking up at noon, nobody cares.
Not impressed.
Nobody cares.
Thing is, you know what my routine is? Snooze. Finally fucking wake up and then just do it. Like, I don't have to be like, and by the way, I love how like he had one time for family time and that was between like 12 and 1. And it was like, but with work calls and other things. And it's like,
yeah, it's just like,
fuck, man.
It's insane. But I guess, I don't know. I think it's just, welcome back to Top One Last episode.
169.
Episode 169. Let's start with our sponsors, starting with Aperture Oceans, bringing ideas and ads
to life.
And also want to shout out Live Stallion, a wellness fitness page. Started by ATLT's own Brandon Bodiato, streams Monday through Friday. Not really. Look him up on Instagram, Brandon Bodiato. Brandon spelled the usual way. Body out. Battiato. James, take it away.
You can also find Brandon on Instagram at Andres Illel, AndresIllel. Yeah, that's where he's
and
at.
Synergy Canine, Puppy Plyometrics. Brandon pays monthly for a gym membership for his dog, which is ridiculous. Look at my Instagram, Synergy Canine. They don't sponsor us. I'm just making fun of it. James?
Boom. Got Moles. If you have moles in the Puget Sound area, servicing northern Seattle to southern Tacoma, they're your premier mole exterminator, providing chemical-free methods. Atlas Aeration, making your lawn look like our pubes. And last but not least, Bippy Box, your notification for the whole world, or whatever the fuck we coined it. Don't buy them now because they're broken. But, smelling salts? Let's fucking do it. All right, we're going to fucking get this party started here. So, hey, it's 169, Z. Are you a... I kind of like it, though, right? The burn is good. Oh, we have a bin now. Hey, shout out Elise for making me this Lord of the Rings thing. So Z, it's 169. Do you dabble in the inverse numbers?
What?
You a 69 guy? Like I feel like some people think
a lot of people think it's overrated, but I don't think it's overrated.
People think it's like almost juvenile or something.
No,
and I don't think so.
I think it'd be very fun if done right.
Yeah, you ever been on the top of it?
No.
Yeah, that'd be weird.
Actually, in high school, I think.
You were on the top of it?
But it was more of like I was fucking her face. Like she was hanging outside the bed, so it wasn't like I wasn't on top.
But you were kind of eating. You were kind of eating it.
I wasn't eating it though. So I guess
it's at 69. The whole thing's fucking there. Yeah, and it's episode 169. That's fucking cool.
Episode 169. I did have something I wanted to bring up, and I thought about this. So you know when that astronaut got stuck in space, right? The lady, there was a couple people up there that got caught for a long time.
This isn't Katy Perry, right?
How does an astronaut's pay work?
I think it'd be like the military, right? I mean, you're out there, but
you'd think. But I'm saying, so like, okay, for example, that lady that was stuck up there for months. Does she get extra pay for fucking being stuck up there for months?
You know, there's a clause. If you're stuck up there clause.
You're still getting paid your base salary or what?
I don't know. Also, it's like, okay, if you're promised like 100 G's a year to be a soldier and you die, do they just be like, all right, we're just going to stop paying you? Like,
no, I don't know. I'm just asking. That's a very interesting train of thought. Because if you're getting paid, so is it like the military, or it's like, because considering, I mean, if you're stuck somewhere, but I guess you could also say, if a soldier goes on a mission,
it's got to be overtime.
If he's stuck in enemy territory, does he get paid extra? I guess not.
Well, it's overtime because you were sent up there during this.
But they don't have overtime pay
in space.
There is in the government. How? Okay. Let's. If
you're on a black hole, how do you calculate your hours?
If you're an hourly worker stuck in space, I guess there's no hourly workers that are in space. But.
I wouldn't think so. But dude, imagine if you were on a black hole.
There's a conspiracy.
You did like the 7
there's a conspiracy that we live in a black hole. Our solar system is in a black hole, so enormous that that's a fact. It's a real conspiracy. Look it up.
And what is the repercussions?
For example, they've done studies upon what it would look like if you were just on the cusp of a black hole looking out, and what you would see, and what you would be able to see is a distant horizon, like kind of what we see,
an event horizon.
No, you can see stars, systems in the distance, but no matter how fast you go, you will never quite be able to catch them, and that's what we see from our point of view, looking out into space, which leads people to believe, wait, are we in a black hole? Which is it's very thought-provoking.
Well, then the theory of relativity would have already been solved. If we were in a black hole, we'd have all the data.
No, that's not true, because the event you wouldn't be inside of event horizon per se and be able to.
I love this.
You wouldn't be able to exactly get all the data. I'm just saying the same thing of the calculations and the mathematics that they have done about what you would see if you're inside one looking out the surface is the same thing that kind of we see. Which is why they thought it was very thought-provoking.
Interesting. Do you believe in like that we're in like a simulation kind of thing? Because I saw something the other day.
I have so many conspiracies. I have so many. I can't read up on every fucking one.
But it's like I saw this one the other day that it was saying something about the way that molecules or something with gravity works is actually like code or something like that. And the thing is,
Well, the guy with the lasers kind of, you ever see that?
the guy with the lasers.
Oh, there was a guy that kind of did this experiment in which he shot a bunch of lasers all over his room or whatever. And don't ask me the specifics on it. He explains the whole thing about how he found numbered programming in said laser beam readings. It was some weird thing that he did and found actual code, like matrix code.
Interesting. And see, and the way things are going now, I mean, I could see it happening. The whole thing is just like, where's the cheat codes, you know? Like, where's the fucking, I guess maybe that's like ghosts or like, or the glitches.
I don't know, but like, I think considering everything that's going on in the world, I think I've actually come up with my new and improved 5-year plan.
Yeah, tell me. I'd love to know.
My new 5 to 10 year plan is as follows. I have decided that within that time frame, something historically huge is going to happen.
For sure.
So I don't have to do shit, because even if I did, I'd be fucked anyways.
That's true.
I think that's my new play.
Because they say that the singularity is in like
all
5
the
years.
stressing and everything that I've done, think, okay, where am I going to be 5 years from now? Because now I'm getting older. But now I've realized I think something crazy is going to happen. I would be more pissed if I just wasted my life away trying to save all and to do all these things like for self-betterment versus if I didn't, it's like, okay, I didn't lose that much anyways. I could just go.
Yeah. Well, like fucking today, I think it was today I saw NVIDIA is investing $5 billion in AGI.
That's interesting.
So, yeah. And if that happens, the singularity happens, well, then currency is going to mean fucking nothing. Jobs aren't going to mean anything. And but the thing
so
is...
wait. If the end of the world happens, okay.
It's not the end of the world.
If the end of the world happens, it is literally like Last of Us. It's literally like that. Are you...
I hope I'm not stuck with her. The girl
No,
who
are
loves-
you a... Like, okay.
Am I going to go around like killing people?
Yeah.
Or-
Are you a raider? Are you someone who's going to turn into that? Or do you think you're someone who's just going to go in the way distance and try to just live off the land? Okay, here's the thing. I think I'd be a survivor, but at the same time, I might be a killer.
I think I'm both. I think what we're doing is we're taking our community here, and the first thing is we're uniting them and building a fence.
Uniting
around
with
the whole
who?
thing. The people in our local, like right here. I'm not going to say the name of the community. but
Okay.
here. And we build a perimeter.
Get with George.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll get with George.
Okay.
We'll build a perimeter, and then we start a legislative system. And it's...
Where I'll run it.
Yeah, I knew you were going to say
Where
that.
I'll be the
Where
leader.
I will be
And
king.
I'll call the shots.
And
it will be a dictatorship,
Yeah.
which is basically the government we have now. I'll call the shots. The only difference is you'll pay me instead of the government.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll call the shots, and
You
know...
wouldn't call the shots.
No, but...
That power would go to your head real quick.
You think so?
Yeah.
I think I'm a good leader.
I don't think you're a bad leader. I just think that you get ahead of yourself.
If I called the shots for a small community, I mean, I could just become the HOA president.
That'd go to your head. So if the world ever went back to normal, you'd tell everybody, oh, I was president of a society. I actually led a society. You'd start telling people the ins and outs of the environmental, sociological, economic. You'd be going crazy of all. You'd go nuts.
Well, you say this until you're the first pick for city council. And then,
I don't want that.
well, when the power
Because
comes,
you know what I want? No government.
well, you have to have rules.
You can have rules without government.
Well, someone has to enforce the rules.
Jamestown. Okay? John Smith. Those who do not work shall not eat. There's your rules.
Yeah, but okay, what happens if our neighbor steals from us?
We will have a posse.
Okay, but what if we...
The same thing you would do if you were in a group of friends and someone stole your shit and or let's just say, yo, this guy in the middle of the night touched me inappropriately. We're all gonna go beat him up. That's it.
Okay, how about this? No, but listen, okay.
This is also you could get power. You're selfish.
In the dead of night, this guy comes over. I think it's him, but I'm not sure.
Plot
Does
twist.
that give us just
Plot
cause?
twist. I've seen Home Alone. There's booby traps. I hear said booby traps. Wake up in the middle of the night. Murder said intruder. I'm not
Saying
going
a
to jail.
Crime happens, and there has to be due process. Like, what if I'm just like, okay,
It's the same thing like they had in the olden ages, dude. The same thing.
okay, and how about this? How about this? our neighbor fucking John over there steals something, the girl doesn't like you and says, Z stole from me and grabs her posse.
Well, good thing we live in the 21st century where we can get cameras.
We're in the end times. There's no electricity. You said no government. There's no nothing.
You can generate electricity.
With what?
You can build a windmill of sorts. You can use the wind.
The first thing we're doing is powering our fucking cameras?
If the end of the
Our
world...
ring cameras?
No, if the end of the world is near, we're not going to stay here. We're going to go up to the mountains.
Okay.
Which, by the way,
you're getting off the point.
It has been proven okay, have you ever seen those experiments? It's literally a guy that built a fan blade with half-filled bottles of water on each blade that go by itself, and if it winds, it's the same as a self-winding flashlight.
Yes,
you could generate your own electricity in small amounts.
Those are fake because
That's
the
not
thing
fake.
is he had to start the spin
with his hand.
Yes,
and once it starts, it continuously goes.
Yes, but that
via physics.
But yes, but that energy has been expelled from his hand. At some point, it will stop. That's the thing. So if he goes back and hits it again, yes, but it doesn't go forever. It's like the whole thing of putting a pole in front of your car and a magnet on your car and a magnet in front of it. It doesn't work.
Not the same.
Yeah, but it's also like
that actually doesn't work.
They had to push it first. There's energy expelled. Energy is always going to be expelled.
But that's not completely entirely correct because
if you could just put fan blades and have unlimited energy, everyone would be doing it.
No, but the point of being is it doesn't generate that much to where it'd be that useful right now because of all the things that we have. If it's the end of the world,
but we're powering ring cameras.
You could
for when they stage you.
You could.
Yeah. We're getting off the point. I was saying in this society that we built here, if someone just goes, Z did it, and then it's there's no enforcement, there's no nothing. You have to have a little bit of
that is why we would have a small. You said it was me. It was us and George. You didn't say it was the whole fucking neighborhood.
I said honestly, it was everyone. You said you and George.
Okay, if this is the end times, it's everyone for himself. You think someone snuck into a thing, you fucking deal with it. That's it.
No, I'm saying we build a community. I set a fence around the whole thing. Just like they did in Last of Us. In Wyoming, they built a whole thing. Everyone
they have
works
a council,
and
yeah, and you would like that. That's the only reason you want it is because you want to be the fucking leader.
I don't want to be the leader.
Yeah,
we
you
need
do.
A community.
You said I'm a great leader. You do want to be the leader.
I said that because you said I would be a shitty one, and then I said
I did say you'd be a shitty one. I said go to your head.
Straight to my head. Fine, whatever you said.
And
that's what I said. I'd be a great leader. I never said I was going to be a leader.
This is all. You know what it is? It's sickening.
It's all
it's a
for
riot.
Me to get power.
It's a power grab. You've had a taste of politics, and now you want some power
and
yourself.
I just want to run the fucking suburb, man.
Are you telling me you wouldn't?
I'm not going to go for it. No, if I was asked to.
Oh, so you would?
If you were asked to, you'd say no.
I'd say no.
Why?
I don't want that kind of pressure.
Well, that's pretty pathetic.
That's not pathetic. I don't want to deal with that. All these strangers looking at me. I don't want that.
That's a part of being something. That's a part of doing your work.
That's a part of being something.
Something like
Let's
the community.
dissect that, folks. It's a part of being something. What does that even mean?
Something as in like a community, a group of people. They're looking for someone
it's the end
to
of
make
the world.
decisions.
I don't want to be the
community.
quote-unquote father of 55 strangers.
Father.
I don't want to be that. I just want to look after me. That's it.
So you don't want to be a part of the community?
No.
Oh, well, then you could go outside the walls.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't want to be there.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, then there you go.
Because guess what? Over time, what would happen? Groups would start to form, a council. No, I don't want to do that.
But then you're going to be out in the woods just trying to find fucking squirrels and shit to eat and stuff.
And so will the people in here.
But we all help each other. That's the whole thing. Many hands make light work.
That's fine.
Houses are built.
That's fine.
Fucking things are done. And you're living in a fucking teepee.
That sounds very peaceful and tranquil.
Until it's cold.
Not gonna happen. It'll be cold here too. No heat, no electricity. All I need is a fire.
You said there is electricity. That's how we're powering the cameras.
It won't. Okay, it won't be actually. You would have to figure out a whole system of being able to get the telephone lines back. That would take a lot of work and a lot of intelligence.
That was your point against.
I said in small voltages and small amounts.
No, that's not what I'm talking about. I said that was your point against. I said someone could accuse you. Hold on. I said someone could accuse you, and you said there would be cameras. I said, how would there be cameras? You said there'd be electricity.
In the 21st century. But I'm just saying, in Last of Us, they found a way to get the electricity back running.
So that's what I'm saying.
So if there was, there could be cameras.
But you just said there would be no heat with no electricity, but there is electricity.
But for how much electricity it does take, how do we know that we'll have enough to power everything? We don't know.
So you'd rather just...
Generators exist.
You'd live in the under a tree
I already know how I'd stay warm.
with me on top of you.
No.
Oh.
I would light a fire, make many coals. This is an ancient technique used by the Native Americans and those in the Middle Ages. You make many coals of fire. You then dig a shallow, the first coating of dirt. You put said coals on there, bury said coals, which will burn for hours under there. You then can sleep on that dirt for hours at a time without any sleeping bag and be completely warm.
There you go. Cool, you got it all figured out.
I don't have it all figured out. I just know what I would do.
We will make our community in here in the walls. We'll let you leave the fence. You can go off and fend for yourself. And then when you come back asking for water and food, we will say, no, Z, you said you wanted to live in the woods. So goodbye. Yeah. But
then you'd let me.
No, I wouldn't.
Yeah,
I couldn't.
You would. Because you know why? You'd be too busy being the leader.
This sounds like a leadership decision.
Fuck. Yeah.
And so I would say, no, we need to give him another chance. And then I'd pull you aside and say, Z, you need to...
I saved your ass again, man. Even in the afterworld, even outside work,
Have I ever said that one time?
You again.
I've never said that one time.
Oh my God.
But no, I'd be like, hey, bro, you look like shit. You haven't showered in fucking months.
The very belief that you think I couldn't do it is why I would do it.
I couldn't do it. I know I couldn't.
No, I would just do it.
You and I have no hunting skills.
I would do it just to prove the naysayers wrong.
Z, I don't know if you haven't figured this out yet, but we're not actually very equipped with survival
I could survive.
stuff. Yeah, we could, but not comfortably or live a decent life. Why not just die then?
No one who survives in the wild lives a comfortable life. It's a very difficult living, but I'm willing to do it.
To what? Show someone that you could?
Survival skills will come in really big handy come in the next 10 years, I'd say.
Yeah, but you and I have none.
I have some.
We have none.
I have some.
When's the last time you hunted? When's the last time you went out and got your own food and actually know how to successfully do it?
I actually could.
Do you think you could? When is the last time you did it?
I haven't I've been working. I've never taken a more than a week vacation off work since I was like 17.
And I understand that.
Actually, that's not true. I didn't work until I was like 21.
And I understand that.
I'm saying I have, but I would be able to.
And I'm saying that I think you and I both think that we could until we're out there and we're like, fuck.
Yeah, we'd borderline be fucked, but I think that I could survive.
I think that we would figure it out, but at that point, it's not a life worth living. You're living to eat, and that's it.
But at the foundation, that is what human beings are. We're just like animals. We're just surviving.
I don't just live to eat, but we're not just surviving.
I mean, that's basically like everything else.
We have a roof over our heads. We have community. We have friends. We have food.
What community?
What do you mean?
What community?
Your work people.
Oh,
your fucking
I thought you meant
friends.
like in our. I'm like, we don't know anybody.
No,
actually,
I'm saying like, if you got fucking sick, there'd be fucking 10 guys there, and you had a wife making dinner so she could sit with you in the hospital. They would take care of you. I would take care of you. That's community. That's people who love you and take care of you, and we both have that.
Well, I don't have a girlfriend. It would just be you and Rachel. But that's okay.
I was saying, like, if you got in the hospital and you had a wife,
I understand.
We would be cooking meals, fucking making sure you guys are okay.
I understand.
I'm saying we're not living to just eat.
I know, but the end of the world would be that.
Yeah, and I'm saying that's not a life. So I'm confused as to why you'd go outside the walls of this place that we built, that where it's like, okay, you don't have to be on guard all day. You can work 8 to 5 and go to bed and go out and do things and meet people and have a relationship.
I'm 29, man. I've had my fill of that.
People?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think so.
Well, then just go now. Just go now.
Because then
the woods are right there.
When society ends, then I'd be like, okay, well, I should have like enjoyed it a little more longer.
So it is enjoyable.
So when
so society is enjoyable. So why would you leave it?
Because the end of the world society would not be enjoyable because everybody getting raped and killed.
But we recreated it just like they did in Wyoming and Last of Us. The whole thing, the fences, the community. Everyone's got a job. That's what you
want. I don't want that.
I don't want that now, but in an apocalypse situation, yeah, I would like to be in a group of people. It's like that scene
in fucking Madagascar. Dude. I guess I will take upon this.
I don't want to be
burden.
The leader.
You do.
But if you're telling me
you want to be
that,
the leader.
Okay, you and I have been walking through all of the United States, just living off the land, and there's this big ass city, and they're like, hey, we have closed this off. We have finally started rebuilding society. You guys are welcome to come. You guys will both get a job. You'll get sleeping quarters. You can take showers. We're just going to be like, actually, no, I'd like to go another year without showering. I'd love the diseases out here. freezing my ass off at night and wondering if I'm going to eat tomorrow, I'm going to stay out here.
Well, depending on the community, that might be a better move.
But this community, no. If it's ran by me, then no. There will be rules. You can't rape and pillage. Like, if you can't abide by those rules, then that's...
I'm saying you don't... Okay, you're just saying hypotheticals of this community. You don't know what that would...
hypothetical.
You don't know what that would look like. You don't know
Of course not, but we're going to try.
But what if it's shit?
It's going to be shit. It's going to be better than sleeping under a log.
History is full of settlements in worlds that went to shit.
But you just said Jamestown. That did all right.
Oh my God, you don't know the story.
I don't, but you just said
Jamestown, they were eating leather belts. They were eating children who had died.
Oh, okay. All right.
It was a terrible existence, which would be the same thing as if you're out on your own in the woods.
Okay. I'm just saying I'd rather be around a ton of people who can work together and make all of our lives
I think
better.
I would remain close.
No, you don't get the benefits but live on the other side. No. You either come in and join the community or you fucking leave.
I just need you to lobby me then because you'd be running it.
And there it is. Now I got a lobby for you. I already said I would. But you know.
No, you just wanted the power to be like, all right, come on.
That's not how I said I'd do it. I said I'd pull you aside and be
All
like.
right, bring him in. Bring in the cattle.
Yeah. No, I'm not going to. What the fuck? Like I do that now.
Would you eat a person?
Oh, what's the situation? I mean,
You're starving. They had just died.
Am I starving? Like I haven't eaten for
You're
a day or
starving
like
as in like literally you are on the brink of death of
I
starving.
see my stomach. Yeah.
Someone had just died right in front of you.
Do I have a fire?
You can make one, yeah. Okay, you have a
'cause
fire.
I want to
you
cook
have
it.
You have to cook it.
Yeah.
You sick fuck.
Well, what if there was no possibility of fire and I'm gonna die? Then that's another fucking scenario.
Okay, what body part do you start?
Like an arm or a leg.
I think a cut here.
Well, where's the best cut?
Well, probably the breast meat here, that muscle, like a chicken. Probably there, or the thighs. Like a chicken thigh has the most flavor.
Are people white or dark meat?
I think it depends on the cut.
Do we have different meats?
Listen, that's a good question.
I don't know.
Does a human being have dark and white meat?
Let's look it up.
Careful.
Oh yeah.
Careful. How to eat a human. Dude, that's interesting.
Oh, it's a commonly searched thing. Yes, humans have both white and
It's
dark
the dark
meat.
is the legs. Because I think that is
Though not as clearly defined as in poultry, human muscles are composed of both red fibers and white fibers. Red muscles like those in the calf and back.
that's dark meat.
Calf and back are rich in the myoglobin and mitochondria, giving them a darker color. White muscles like those in the upper arm are fast twitch. So this would be white meat.
Wow.
Wow.
Now that's fucking interesting.
So where are you starting then? The calf or the upper arm?
Well, in my experience with poultry, at least the thighs, which is also in chicken, like a darker meat, because I think.
Oh, so we could just like cut and make a big chicken.
Well, because the chicken thighs or those parts of the leg have more flavor than they would of the white meat, and the white meat is good if you have it in sauces and whatnot. So I think I would begin probably with something out of the thigh, and what I would do is make a heavy cream sauce of sorts. Maybe with heavy cream, some chopped onion, some garlic, some thyme, some rosemary. Make a nice sauce, put said pasta in there, and then sprinkle over the dark meat of the thigh. And if I didn't have that, I would simply just, let's say I'm by the ocean. I would extract salt from the ocean, then salt my thigh, fresh on the pick over the fire being cooked.
Well, I'm glad in this survival situation we have heavy cream and pasta available. Is it like a rigatoni or like a angel hair in this situation? Because
Penny.
Oh, okay, it's penne. Okay, so in a survival situation,
I said
we have heavy cream.
I said if I didn't have that, I would then extract salt from the ocean and then
You're not gonna come back to society. You wouldn't eat a person unless you had heavy cream, fucking pasta, rosemary, thyme, and an onion.
But I could get that at the
You're
end of the world.
gonna be eating grass and poo.
No, I'll be eating wild berries enforcing leaves that are edible
Oh, I would love to watch you eat wild berries.
Via the botanical books that I have read.
Both of our fucking decision making be like, I guess, and we're gonna eat it, and we both be fucking dead.
No, you wouldn't be dead. You'd probably be sick.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, you're coming back in the walls, dude.
We're off that. We're off that.
No, actually, one thing I want to say is, when we do it together, you just leave. You and I built this community.
Let me flip the script on you. You just said, fine, you go on the outside, we'll be on the inside. And it's only because you're thinking about you and your girlfriend. You're like, you know what? I'll just stay with her. I'll leave him out there. You didn't once say, you know what, bro? I'd be with you, man. Whatever you're doing. You didn't say that once.
It's not being with me.
You are a hypocrite with a capital H.
That's not true.
That is true. Because you just told me that I bail on you, and you didn't once offer to go with me.
And I'll tell you why. I just said we'd build a community around our house, around this whole neighborhood. This is where you live. You would have to leave. So why would I leave our house and everything?
We wouldn't be staying here.
The very start of this whole hypothetical scenario was building a fence around the suburb in our community. This is where you live. You would have to leave it. You would have to leave.
Okay, but
if you wanted to go in the woods. And we built a community here. That's us building it together. So I'm like, why would you leave what we built together?
Okay, but you also did not offer to do it with me. That is the point.
I just said you'd be the top city council seat if I was in leadership. And I'm not even going to be in leadership. I said if.
Bro,
So you're second in command?
Oh, politics have gotten you, James. They have gotten you by the throat. You're power hungry. You're a liar.
How is that bad? You just said you didn't want to lead, so say I did it, and I just said I'd make you second. Then how is that bad? How is that not together?
I don't want to lead because, are we not aware of what has happened in history of revolutions in the Middle Ages, of leaders being decapitated and killed because people don't like them leading, or Julius Caesar got murdered on the Senate floor. I don't want to be leader of a post-apocalyptic society when you could just get killed because people don't like you. No, thank you.
It'd be a lot easier than now.
You do?
Yeah.
Why is that?
The expectation's very low. People just want like some sort of normalcy.
So you don't think in a community where you're the leader, someone wouldn't want to go into your bed at night and kill you, so then they're leader?
Probably.
I don't want to deal with that.
You know, it's better than sitting up there waiting for a bear to fucking claw me apart. I mean, at least I'm contributing to something.
Help the bear.
Help
the bear, I say.
Bear.
Help the
Men
bear.
have an inherent fucking desire. It's built in our fucking genes to like contribute to something. That's what we do. So that's the whole point. We can't just take care of ourselves.
I think I could tear some animals up there, bro. I can make some noose traps.
Like deer or something.
Catch some rabbits. Make a stew.
You're talking about this. I'm talking about, what did you see? A mountain lion. You going toe to toe?
I'd have no choice.
Well, yeah.
Because I couldn't outrun it. I would stand 10 toes. I would get my staff, which I had made into a spear. I would back into a corner, put the spear against the corner of the rock, and I would hold my ground. And I would wait. Now, what would I wait for, you might be asking?
It to strike.
I'd crouch down into a feeble, weak position. Mountain lion would say, time to attack. It jumps. I take said spear, stab it through the mouth, rip it out, come back wearing its head as a hat.
And you come back to the community, and we all declare you our leader. The prophecy has been fulfilled. He has returned.
I'm a man. Dude, that's it right there. That's the story, bro.
I love it. All right, well, I'm done.
I'm done too.
All right, make sure you check out atlt.com/page or patreon.com/atlt for stuff. Z, where can they find you?
Isaiah_Leslie on Instagram, or James, where can they find you?
Jack_Spencer, both of our Instagrams at the Around the Lunch
Summer Collection.
Summer Collection. Yeah, let's launch that shit.
Yeah, it's May 1st. We got to get on that.
Yep. Well, it's already done. So yeah, Summer Collection.
I meant like launching it. On the
is out. ATLTstore.com. Get your shit. Get your merch.
GTA inspired.
It's sexy, and you miss 100% of the Bajas.
You do not blast.
There we go. Bada bing, bada boom. Thanks for watching, and
see ya. Let's get rowdy up in here.